When you grew up in the hood, depending on which hood you grew up in, your surroundings could possibly look like this. Your pops might drive an older, completely trash European luxury car, and your mama might whip an Ultima with peeling paint. And your older brother? Well, anything made by Infinity. But there's also people you know very well that grew up in the hood that had dope-ass cars too. From sexy Acuras to damaged body ScatPacks. This is the Hood Car Tier List. And what a better way to kick it off than with a rapper that blowed out his whole block. I'm talking the biggest gangster in rap.
Ladies with gentle hands.
None other than Aubrey Drake Graham, the least sassiest, greatest menace ever known in the rap game. Growing up in the poorest hood in the world, at age 16, my man bought a 1998 Chevy Malibu as his first ever car. Then he upgraded to the famous 2004 Acura TSX. Youngblood had a very harsh upbringing in Toronto. My man was living that slum life. F tier. Yo, let me tell you something. We're going from the biggest threat to humanity, Drake, to the sweetest rapper out there, YNW Melly. Melly's earliest baby was a black Nissan Altima with diamond custom rims. Big Ultima Energy, the official car of Oreo dealers. Melly knows his classics. S tier. Growing up with a dentist mother and a lawyer father in Switzerland, Ruby Rose is, I quote, a real hood B-word. Her initial ride was that ugly Toyota that she totaled after 2 months. Boom. Then she got a 2017 Avalon and a cherry red Acura. Before blowing up and finally getting out of her terrifying ghetto upbringing, her latest buys were a white Audi A4 and a red Jeep Wrangler. This is straight up some Swiss hood whips, yo. Shorty's D tier. Pop Smoke's Trench's car was a gray BMW 3 Series he owned at 17 years old when he was in high school. A tier. So last night, I was at Disneyland, right? And I saw the best driver in the game. I mean, before driving a two-tone $250,000 Maybach S-Class with his honey bun.
Which bumbo clock dog I am? Cause this morning I wake up good enough. Give me a good black clock dog. What kind of little bumbo clock dog?
Yeah. My man Blueface had a black BMW 640i. Now driving and crashing everything from a Porsche Panamera to a Forgiato fitted G-Wagon and a Corvette C8, Jonathan's undeniable sense of intelligence and pragmatic behavior got him very far in life and up and out of the hood. F tier. Bobby Shmurda can make Jim Carrey's The Masked teeth look yellow, and his cars today are just as clean as his teeth. But back in the day, it wasn't the same story though. Driving a 2017 Ford Mustang featured in a music video that will hit 1 billion views. Alright then, S tier. Yeat shot up my house and left nothing but bones of those I held close. Growing up in Fullerton, California must have felt like straight hell. My man Noah was so much in the trenches that he didn't even buy a car before becoming mainstream. After breaking out and making millions, he splurged $166,000 on a Mercedes AMG GLE 63S and $300,000 on a Maybach GLS 600, a lifestyle that is far away from his humble, disastrous beginnings. A tier. Another famous human who spent some time in a risky place was none other than Justin Bieber. In 2018, JB's Range Rover broke down in the middle of the hood, yo. The result? A whole lot of fun with some very distinguished gentlemen.
Right here, man, Justin Bieber in the hood, cuz. White boy, sing that shit.
Justin Bieber in the hood, he in the trenches with the kid, Chemo.
Oh, he doing okay. Okay, show off.
Justin Bieber.
Okay, Justin, do your thing then.
S tier. On August 13, 2024, Quando Rondo pleaded guilty in connection with a federal drug case. His hood car was a black Mercedes S-Class. You know, when you sell donuts and ice cream for a living, that's what's to be expected. Now, its spacious interior lets you fit a lot of things in it. I mean, a lot. Yo, we're against unlawful conduct, but yo, that S-Class is a good car though. Feel me? D-tier. Born in San Francisco to teenage parents, Larry June and his then 15-year-old mother were living in and out of homeless shelters before moving to Atlanta and causing a separation between June and his father. His tough beginnings forged a love of cars for him, and today he owns one of the best collections in rap. Buckle up and check this out, cuz. Ferrari F8 Spider, Porsche GT3, Mercedes Maybach S680, Mustang Fox Body, Lotus Turbo E-Spirit HC, Porsche 930S, Corvette C4 drop top with orange guts, Buick GNX, Mercedes AMG GT63S, Bentley Bentayga, classic G-Wagon of course, Ferrari 458 Italia. Literally, this right here is the definition of quote-unquote making it out. S-tier, yo. Rod Wave started in St. Petersburg, Florida. Where he came up from, it wasn't safe to believe. You know what I'm saying? It's a race to the age of 18, jumping straight off the porch and landing in these streets. A black Audi Quattro. That was the start of Rod's car journey. Reliable, dark, and relatively fast, and that was all he needed. Now, as he got older and more successful, a bright orange Corvette C8 was the way. Next up, 1971 Impala, Charger Hellcat, and Infiniti Q50. The definition of hood taste, all through and through. You can see where he came from. Rod also crashed the Corvette C8, and YouTuber Judah rebuilt it. Honest taste. A-tier. His Florida cousin, Bossman DLo, wasn't the exception either. Before his rap career, Devontae was a truck driver, doing delivery jobs on the side with his dad. After earning some money, he purchased a black BMW. Now, if it's black and it's a sedan, you know what that means. Bossman indeed. Nowadays, it's more of a Benz vibe for DLo, and I can't blame him for it. B-tier. XXX Tentacion had 7 mugshots. Young Thug has 8. Chief Keef counts 9. NBA YoungBoy, 9 as well. Kodak Black runs it up though to 12. DMX one-ups him though with 15. Lil Durk sits at 15 too. But somebody had 31 mugshots. Let me see if y'all can guess who. This guy I went to private school with, and he was a really good student. My man helped me with my homework on more than one occasion too. You know, a very pleasant fellow. Y'all might know him as King Von, and he was affiliated with the Black Disciples gang. Now, King didn't play any games, you know what I'm saying? Definitely not as dangerous as Yeat or Drake though, but still, Von was a feared man. Almost all of his pictures with cars are either him next to or in a Cadillac Escalade SUV. Yeah, protection was mandatory. Von also had a Chevy Camaro ZL1, Rolls-Royce Wraith, and a bulletproof Hellcat. C-tier. Now, being from Detroit, surrounded by black friends and future members of D12, Eminem's movie 8 Mile definitely wasn't a lie. A purple 1999 Ford Mustang convertible was his first car purchase. After that, the only thing we could confirm is that he had a vintage black Dodge in 2010, and he was also spotted with a 2003 Mercedes-Benz CL65 AMG. D-tier. But on a real tip, a fair share of women grew up in horrific hood conditions, yo.
Don't be naughty. Come on now.
My girl Madeline Klein was raised in Goose Creek and was riding a vintage Beamer and Chevy. Emily Radikowski had her trigger finger ready in Encinitas, California, and drove a Peugeot. Margaret Robbie, swinging bullets in Queensland, Australia with her gray Nissan. Barbara Palvin kept a knife with her at all times in Budapest in her Tesla. And let's not forget about Kylie Jenner, who grew up in the poorest and most destroyed family of all, and drives a poor-ass garage of exotic hoopties. But the worst come-up of all might just be supermodel Cara Delevingne's one. She grew up in Belgravia, London, an area that makes your hair raise in fear. Her father, Charles Delevingne, made millions as a property developer, and at age 18, she got her first car, a Porsche 911 Turbo S. Boo-hoo for you, boo. F-tier. Jay-Z is quite rich, But it wasn't always like that for Mr. Sean Carter. Growing up in Brooklyn's dangerous projects, Jay-Z saw a lot. At 19 years old, in 1988, his personal ride was a Mercedes-Benz 190E. Since then, he had a Bentley Azure, Range Rover convertible, Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud, Maybach Accelero, Bugatti Veyron, and Alfa Romeo Spider. He always had class. Beyonce, she grew up here, and this was her first car. Yep, always meant to be a star, this one, you know what I'm saying? A-tier. At 14 years old, NLE Choppa almost got chopped in a corn maze in Memphis. It was hard to go to sleep that night. In the morning, waking up and hopping in his BMW with chrome wheels to go to Cordova High School in South Memphis was a daily routine. Today's routine is choosing between a blacked out Rolls-Royce Ghost, Maybach S-Class, Rolls-Royce Cullinan, Polaris Slingshot, a purple Brabus G-Wagon, or nah, Choppa, you don't own that, my man, so stop it, feel me? C-tier. For NBA YoungBoy, however, it was a turbulent childhood in Baton Rouge. Raised by his grandma, at 17 years old, news were already saying that he got released from jail. Trouble started early for him, a car love story too. A white convertible BMW 350i was his daily back then. In snowy Utah, he casually drives a SVJ nowadays. B-tier. Growing up in bullets flying Maplewood, New Jersey, with her father being an executive producer at CNN and her mom Dukes being an executive at AT&T, SZA was the type to say bad morning to each teacher. She was so poor that her first car was a Mercedes S400, dog, because she really had no money, like at all, B. She then switched that up to a Jeep Wrangler. Now that didn't last long because right after that, she got a C-Class Cabriolet, a matte gray AMG G63, and the latest add to the collection was a white Porsche 911 Turbo S Cabriolet. You know, girly stuff. But babe, what the is this?
I feel like the fact that I can't see. Am I drooling? Okay, it's fine.
Man, C-tier.
Everybody know my name, Meek Milly, flow is flames. Plus I got that fireman, puffers call me Lil Wayne. And I got a little gang, hoes full of niggas swag, tryna fucking suck me just so they can get they niggas mad.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you at this time, Meek Robert Mill. From poor Philly to Rich Bunny. Meek understood the assignment, and one thing, don't let y'all friends come over here and tear up your shit.
Nigga. Shut up.
Nobody was touching his old Benz in the hood, and nobody's touching his murdered out Maybach S-Class and GLS 600. But somebody might touch something else.
You's a freaky ass nigga.
Meek always had Maybachs. Till this day, it's his favorite car. He had a yellow Urus too, a red Ferrari 458, Aston Martin Vanquish, and Rolls-Royce Dawn. Now, he donated his matte black Rolls-Royce Phantom to raise funds for COVID-19.
Huh?
In the end, Meek Mill and all the others on this list had a chance. And you know what? They took it. Because as everyone knows, in the hood, shit, and everywhere else as a matter of fact, it's either life or death.